Welcome back again. In this video, I'm going to be talking about design essentials. My name is Dean. I'm the founder of Base Supply, and the purpose of this course is to teach you how to create Framer templates that get approved on the Framer marketplace. Without wasting much time, let's get into the video. Number one, use layout template for easy customization. Use a layout template for any element or component that will appear in most of the template pages to make customization easy. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So as you know, there are some elements and components that usually shows across all the pages. For example, the footer and the navigation. These are components that you will see in every single page of a template or a website. Now, the way we do it in the design stage before is that we will add those navigation one by one across all the pages. But now with Framer's new layout template, you don't have to do that anymore. You can just create the layout template, put that component or element inside the layout template, and when you attach that layout template to any page, that component or element that you put inside that layout template, it will show on that page that you attach the layout template to. Let me show you what I mean. So if I click on this navigation and I create a layout template with it. Now this is the layout template. You will see two things. You will see the navigation and the placeholder. This placeholder means any content that you're going to put in that particular page. That is what this placeholder means. Then you now see the navigation. The navigation is what I attached inside the layout template. Now if I now attach this layout template to any page, I'll be seeing this navigation bar. Let me show you what I mean. Let me create a new page. As you can see a navigation bar. I did not add this navigation bar myself, but the reason why this navigation bar is showing here is because this navigation bar is attached to the layout template. You can see it right here. So if I remove the layout template, the navigation bar will disappear. If I add it, the navigation bar will show. By doing this, you don't have to edit the navigation one by one across all pages. Maybe if you want to edit the name of the navigation or the styling, you don't have to do it one by one. You can just go inside the layout template, edit it inside the layout template, and then update it. The tool will update across any page that has that layout template. That is how you can make it easy for your buyers to customize the navigation. Let's go back to the presentation. 2. Leverage components for consistency. Use components for any frame or element that you will use more than once in your template in order to improve consistency. This also makes customization easy. Let me show you what I mean. So if I go here, there is something I hid. Let me unhide it. So as you can see right here, these are two testimonial cards which are the same design and the same structure. Everything is the same. But if I want to like edit the structure here, okay, let me show you. Let me just take this picture and drag it over here. It will edit here, but it will not update here. If I want it to update, I have to do it here manually. But with component, you don't have to do it that way. You can just turn it into a component, and when you turn it to a component, if you edit it inside the component, the thing will update by itself. Let's do that. So I'm going to convert this into a component. Let me delete this one, then duplicate this stuff. So now these are now the two components. Let me do that same thing I did earlier, which is drag this image here. Okay. As you can see, it updates here and it updates here too. I don't have to update it one after the other. If I just edit it in the component, the thing will update across every single component that I duplicated. This is how you can make it very easy for your buyers to edit stuff that you use multiple times. For example, like even a button, you can turn a button into a component, or let's say right now this is a services card, this is a testimonial card. You can create a services card that have the same structure and the same layout, turn it into a component. You can duplicate it. By doing that, you don't need to edit it one after the other. You can just enter into the component, edit it there, and then the thing will update across all the components. Let's go back to the presentation. Third, use variables for easy customization. Use variables to make it easy for buyers to customize components without affecting the whole design. Okay, let's go back to that same testimonial card. Let's undo this stuff. So as you can see, if right now what we edited was the layout. Let's say we want to like edit like the content. Let me enter here and edit the content. Let's change this to Queen. No, I misspelled that. Queen. So if you update it, you will see that the thing will also affect the other card, which I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be like, if I change the name here, this other name will not change. It will have its own name. The way I can do that is through variables. Let me show you how. So if I click on the stuff I want to create a variable for, which is this text, go to the properties panel, and I'll see this content. Each of these things, wherever one you see this plus icon attached to it, that is what you can create a variable for. Like all this stuff, you can create variables for them. As long as you see this plus icon next to it, you can create a variable for it. So right now I want to create a variable for this text, which is the content. Let me create the variable. So right now I've created a variable. Let's do that in here again. This one's name is Sarah Queen. Let's change this one's name to David Paul, or whatever. Let's say David Paul. As you can see, the name has changed and it did not affect this one. That is because we used a variable to do so. Let's do the same across other content. Let's do the same for the image. Let's create an image variable. Done. Create a content variable. I will name this content, and let's create this one. I'll name this template, and I'll name this date. Now let's edit it here. Let's change the image. Let's use a plugin or Splash plugin. Let me just write man. Why is it taking so long? As you can see, the image has changed and it did not affect this one. Let's do the same for the content. Let's say I like the way he makes his designs. can change. Let's change this one to base and change the mode to September. So that is how you can edit components without having to change the designs. You can just edit it with variables. Very easy. And with this is how you just make it. This is how you make your template easy to customize with variables. Let's go to let's go back to the presentation. Shift this over here. Okay, incorporate subtle interactivity. Use effects and animations to make your designs interactive and enhance usability. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So over here, you see this X icon. Let's preview it. If I hover on this icon, you can see that it doesn't do anything. And I won't even know that this is a button, but I want this icon to be a button whereby if I click on this icon, it will take me to the person's X account, their Twitter account. But I don't know if this is a button because it does not show any stuff. It does not interact with me or let me know that this is clickable. Let me make it clickable with effect. So right now this is already a component. I've already turned this icon into a component. So I'll enter the component. Now let me create an hover effect. And let me make the color white and the border, let's say this color. So this is the design that it will look like whenever I hover on it. This one is the current design. Then this one is the design it will look like when I hover on it. Let me show you what I mean by that. So as you can see, if I hover on this icon, it will now show me this, letting me know that this icon is clickable. I can click on it. That is how you can use interactions to make your template interactive. There are other ways, there are different ways you can do this. You can get creative with this, you can go crazy with this, but don't overuse them. Too much animation and effects will only get hurt your template, and your template might be rejected if it's just all over the place. Learn to use it wisely. Let's go back to the presentation. Use styles for easy customization. Use text style to make it easy for buyers to edit fonts and font size in your template, and use color styles to make it easy for them to edit colors. So let me show you what I'm also talking about. So right here you can see I have a couple of tests. If I want to edit this particular text here, I have to come here and do it manually. I add the font, add the color, and add the size. But with text styles, I don't have to do that. I can just create a text style, attach this text to the text style, and then whenever I edit that text style, it will affect this text over here. So let me show you what I mean by that. I've already created a couple of test style. I want to use this header. Let's say I use this header 3. So I've now attached the header 3 to the text. If I want to edit this text now, I don't have to come here and do it manually. I can just go to the asset panel. Oh, why is it showing me reconnecting? I can just go to the asset panel go to the header 3 which I added, and then if I change the size, it will affect that text. Yes, as you can see, it's affecting the text. And if I also change the font, let's put let's put this kind of font. It has affected the font. So that's just how you can use text styles to edit text in your template. You can Every single text in your template needs to have a text style attached to it. It might not be the same text style. Like now I use header 3 for this one. I can use another text style for the content, another text style for this one. But the matter is that you should not use too many text styles. I usually recommend 4 headings and highest 3 body. Don't overuse too many text style. If you overuse too many text style, to just make your work just too crowded, and sometimes Framer might reject your template because you overused their text style. Same thing with the color styles. Like right now, if I want to edit this color, I have to do it manually. But with color styles, I don't have to do it manually. I can just attach this color to a color style. I've created a bunch of color styles. So let me attach it to this particular color style. And if I attached it, I don't have to like edit the color manually right now. If I want to edit the color, I can just go to the color styles panel and edit it. As you can see, if I edit it, it will now show. The color will change as well. I don't have to do it manually. So every single color in let me undo every stuff thing I've done that I don't need. Okay. Every single text in your template and every single color in your template needs to have a color and text style attached to it. That way it will be very easy for the buyer to edit text and colors without having to do it one after the other. They can just go to the access panel and edit it, and once they just edit the color, it will affect every other element that's attached that has that text styles and color style attached. This is like a game changer for templates. And one last thing about text styles, you can use text style to make your template responsive. How do you do that? As you can see, if you can see over here, you can see add breakpoint. If you add that breakpoint, you will see 3 breakpoint. You will see large, medium, and small. This large one is for the desktop, the medium one is for the tablet, and the small one is for the mobile. This also makes you not to this also helps you so that you don't have to like edit the sizes of each text manually. Like if you edit it manually on the desktop, you edit it manually on tablet, and you edit it manually on mobile. With text style, you don't have to do it that way. You can just add text style to it, add a breakpoint, then put the sizes you want yourself. So any text that you attach this text style to, it will affect all throughout the breakpoint. That's how you can just okay. I think that should show you what I'm talking about. Okay, as you can see over here, this Sarah Queen, the size of this Sarah Queen on mobile is not the same size on desktop. That's because of the test style and the test style breakpoint that I used earlier. Let's go back to the presentation. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to tell you guys. So this should be the last one. Okay, the last one is use CMS for easy customization. Use CMS to make it easy for buyers to add their products or services without having to edit the template. Let me show you what I mean by this. Okay, I don't think that is the last one. Let me show you what I mean by this. So as you can see right there, this card, if I want to edit the content right here, I have to do it manually. Although there is I've attached variables to it, but I still have to like do it manually here. And your buyers, if they want to do it, they have to enter the design and edit it manually. But with CMS, they don't have to edit it manually. You can just go to the let me show you this place now, CMS. Oh, this sort of have, let's move this. So this stuff now is you see this card here right here now. I've created a CMS for this. What this does is that if I go to this CMS collection, look at the two items I have created, which are these two you can see here. So if you want to add another one extra, I don't have to come here and do it manually. I just go to the CMS and create a new item. Let me create a new item and show you what I'm talking about. Let me call this one my Dan. Let me add an image. Uh, let's put man. Okay, let's see. Let's write his designs are super amazing. Let's call it cyan. The template should be cyan. Then let's add the dates. Let's just say it's 29, and then the link. Let me just put my base.supply. Let me put my website and click on save. I've added a new testimonial without having to do it manually. Now, if I go back to that stuff, I can see it here. Yeah. Zoom in. I can see it here. So this is how you can use CMS to add items to CMS is usually used more for like product. If you sell digital product or you're offering list of services, that's what you people normally use CMS for. But you can use it for a variety of things. Like right now, I just used it for testimonial. So this is how you can just use CMS to create items without having to like enter the design and add them manually. You just do it with your CMS, add your item, and these CMS are all connect. I've already connected the CMS. All this and the image, title, content, template, date, and link are all connected to the CMS. So you don't have to worry about that. All you have to just do is just edit, add the new item in the CMS collection. So that is how you can make it easy for your customers. Back to this one here. Okay, this is the last one. Use AI for content. Use a chatbot like ChatGPT or DeepSeek to generate content for your template. Like the number one mistake people usually make when it comes for content is that they use lorem ipsum, which is not ideal. If Framer sees your template and you use lorem ipsum for it, they will not accept your template. So the easiest way is just to use like ChatGPT, or right now I normally use DeepSeek now because it's free. So you just go to any of either ChatGPT or DeepSeek and just tell them that I'm creating whatever template you're creating. Maybe you're creating an agency template for brand, a brand agency template. You just say, I'm creating a brand agency template. Give me the hero content, and ChatGPT will just give you hero content for you. You don't have to like make it. The content doesn't really need to be out of this world. It doesn't need to be like a remarketing template content. Just have to serve its purpose for that particular template. Already, whenever the buyer buys the template, they might change the content, but still you still have to make it look real, and you can do that by just asking AI to generate content for you. Don't ever use Lorem Ipsum, or use two content, like use one content for different purposes. No, like every content needs to have a meaning. So you can just do that by asking AI. Don't just use any random content. Make your template look real. It is a template, it's not a live website, we know, but at least you need to make it look like a live website. Next video. Now that we have covered the design essentials to building a Figma template, in the next video, I'll walk you through how to build your first template step by step. The next video is all about how to build a template step by step. So I'll see you on the next video. Bye.